Good morning, little bees. I hope everybody is doing amazing. I am a little bit under the weather, so I made a medicine ball like tea with what I have at home. And my tea had a message. For those of you who've been following the channel, you know I like to share those. This one says, live consciously. So, here, so you can see the message better, maybe. Um, I feel like this adds to the message maybe of today to remember to live full on, to realize that our life is meaningful and that we have a mission, that we have, we're not just here to wander around. What's the point of that, right? Okay, so try and figure out what drives you, I feel, and live it. Okay, so today is the 27th. That is day 9, I believe. 1, 2, no, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. And we are going to find out what are our fears. What are the fears of our little bees, s'il vous plaît? Maybe to take conscience of living. What are the fears of our little bees, s'il vous plaît, nos anges d'amour? It's not knowing. You are I love this about collective readings and about readings in general, is that it's it's definitely common sense. The moon, and again we have a major arcana. It is interesting how arcanum. It is interesting how for most of the questions about not the energies for the month, but the questions that we had a major card coming. I found that interesting. You have this beautiful family here enjoying the fire, the hearth, the home. Looks like they're just resting and having a beautiful time, maybe waiting, for midnight to get the gifts from Santa, things like that. But the moon up there and the two dogs, I think one is a wolf, the other one's a dog, howling there, or in the original one it's just one howling. We just have the reminder of what's behind the light of the moon, what's hidden, what we do not know. We are also, this is our fears. For some of you, the moon represents also the card of intuition, of trusting what we don't know, of faith maybe even. You may be called to trust that intuition. I mean, look at the heart of this card. Is the fire, is the passion, is the light, is the safety, is the warmth. While up here we have the cold. So we have the two notions of the moon, the dark and light. So your fears, you fear what you don't know. We fear as a collective what we do not know. And the call here, I feel, is to just trust and have faith. I'm just adding that one on my own. Okay, so the fears are quite simple and make sense. Now let's see, what are the energies for the month of August, s'il vous plaît, nos anges d'amour? What are the energies for the month of August for Annie the Bees? The energies for the month of August, s'il vous plaît. The Hermit. So, what does he have in his hand? I cannot make what's in his hands. They look like sticks, but let's see if the book describes it. We have another major arcana. It's interesting how the Hermit here on this card is described as Father Christmas. So it's more like the Father Christmas is the energy that brings hope, that brings light, that guides people towards love. And He has his toys in his bag still, so he's not going home. He's coming to bring the light. Those are extremely beautiful energies for the month of August. Let's see. See, this talks about introspection, guidance, and solitude. I'm seeing more the guidance here. Let's see. I want to see what's in his hands. If it says in traditional texts, this card is usually called the Hermit, which implies solitude and inner searching. I think you've done that throughout the whole beginning of the year here, with all this emotional and solitude and fear that you had the first 6 months. This figure hides a complexity of history and tradition that is millennia in the making. This figure is not to be confused with the earlier Sinterklaas, which has a different evolutionary trajectory through the pages of history. Father Christmas is an enigmatic figure that captures an ancient spirit that was loved and vilified in equal measure. He is the first personification of the Christmas spirit that emerged from the Middle Ages and into the modern era. The same spirits can be seen in numerous European legends under innumerable names, but Father Christmas arose as a reactionary figure in 16th century England. Christmas and its celebrations were under attack. The Puritans wanted to be rid of the papal facade and the Hazen-like figures associated with it. He had little to do with children, being an altogether adult character. Much to the dismay of the church, he crossed borders and challenged the norm. Held within the enigmatic figure swims all of the ancient spirits of the season, many whose names have been lost. For nearly 300 years, this figure appeared in plays and on stage under various names. Lord Christmas, Sir Christmas, Father Christmas. He contains the same energy as a child. It is simultaneously ancient and innocent. He is a bridge between the deep past and the present. After hundreds of years, an amalgamation of Sinterklaas and Father Christmas was born in the United States of America as Santa Claus, who then found his way back to Europe and evolved to be indistinguishable from Father Christmas. All the wisdom of all the spirits of Yuletide are held within this figure. So there is a powerful energy in this card more than the regular hermit, I feel, for the month of August, because this is encompassing like tradition. I'm having like the energy of the Hierophant too. The light is very important, like the fact that he's bringing hope and gifts to make children happy, your inner child happy. Oh, here we go. In his hands, finally, he carries a bundle of sticks from the birch, the pioneer tree that signifies birth, new beginning, and growth. But there is another side of this, for birch sticks were also used to punish, and they can be seen in the hands of the Krampus, the shadow of Father Christmas. Interesting. In his backpack he carries toys that symbolize the innocence of childhood and the awe that children feel toward the season. These act as reminders that even as adults we should maintain our connection to the magic held within Yuletide. Father Christmas carries a traditional lantern of the hermit, the leader of ways, and his path moves towards a destination that we cannot see. He walks alone, and yet he is not lonely, for he contains the essence of all that was and all that will be. Sometimes we all need time out to reflect and engage in introspection, to reassess our journey and what destination it is that we truly seek. You are facing such time right now, in August. You have an inner light, an inner guide that will help you. Your life in this world is short. Follow your gut and go for your dreams. Trust your wisdom. So I feel two things here. Especially that we talk about balance, like I was talking about here, like and I love he's working alone, but he's not lonely. He has like the notion of rebirth, but also punishment. This card is very interesting with the moon. I was talking about balance here, and how we are afraid of what we don't know. I feel like within the month of August, the energies are going to be such that you may find that balance. You may realize that it's okay not to know everything. And I feel like you are going to bring out that energy of guidance. Not only there is the energy of waking up, um, finding out who we are, our inner light, what's guiding us, and sharing that with the world. So those are beautiful energies, and I feel like there is a dampening to those fears as well, especially with that beautiful um, energy of the hearth here, the warmth and the fire and the passion, and that's like in your heart as well. Beautiful message today. Sending you love. Bye bye.